Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Cesar Azpilicueta. As a fellow fullback, I'm a massive fan of this guy's tactical awareness, positioning and defensive duties. He's a real dogged customer. He won't back off when things get tough, and he'll always step up to the plate when the pressure is on. He's my type of player.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Out to the left it goes. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Rafael Leao. Yamal. And it's Pedri. France have got it back and they'll have another go. Some really good ball movement.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Yamal. Some good work on the right flank here. Pinches it off him. Pedri. Nicely aimed pass. Scholes. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi. Now it's Rafael Leao. Owen. Lovely ball and the shots! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Yamal. Played into the box. Pedri. Now it's Owen. Vitinha. It's a really well-measured ball. He's picked his way through. It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen kindly here. He's delivered all right. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Madrid have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that's neat. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Madrid leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
played. That has snuffed out the danger. Scholes aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well measured. Gilberto Silva. Messi tries to play it through. Guardiola. Now, can they get him away? And this is Batistuta.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Threads one in. And this is Messi. Just the goal. He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
France grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Deftly away. Scholes, and the pass is intercepted. Gilberto Silva, and it's Griezmann. Great vision. He's a sharp little ball here, and he shoots! They've done it! Into the lead once more. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't happen.
Oh, shooting chance! He scored! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again.
Pedri! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's away. And the shot. Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Madrid take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. Well,
added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of it. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Yamal completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, this is the first big landmark he'll hit, Peter, so I'm not sure he sees any real significance in it, but to me, it's a foundation that can only stand him in good stead for the remainder of his career.
Now it's Son Heung-min. Scholes. Yamal has it in a wide position. Yamal crosses it in. Gets good distance on it. Out towards the flank. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Son Heung-min has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Played into space out wide. He's got away. Goes for a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Alexander-Arnold is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Guardiola gets across and deals with it. And he's intervened well there. Shevchenko chasing after it. And it's Ronaldinho. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he has slightly undercooked that one. German shot at goal! Goal! Germany! And Germany are in front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Germany have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And here's Mbappe. Yamal. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Forlan, and here's the chance to counter. That's a little off target. Ricky Puig, nicely aimed pass. Quality ball. And he's had it nicked away. And this is Shevchenko.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's made its way to him. Scholes. Oh, that's fabulous. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
There will be one
Right card. Oh, what a mistake! That is great defending, so alert. And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now, can they get him away? Ronaldinho, he's found a way through. Oh, he's having a shot! Really well taken goal. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Germany are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible.
Shapes to shoot! He has done it! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Puyol promptly onto that, and that is that. Scholes. It's a really well-measured ball.
That's good play from him.
Referee's given a throw.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's a promising position. And the shot! Rodri, played out towards the right wing.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And that's the keeper's ball. Pass somewhat off target. No, that's been intercepted. Scholes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Can he get it through?
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko. Well, that's well seen too. Searching pass he's played there. He's through here. Buffon claims comfortably.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's got space here. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And the referee brings it to a close. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. Your reflections? Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Give him the ball anywhere near the box and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Rodri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Right, Shevchenko, Ronaldinho, and into the grateful arms of the keeper. Right, it's Lewandowski.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Good ball over the top. Nice interception, well timed.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been slung wide. He has found the way through. There's the header! Goal, Milan! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Vinicius Junior going full steam ahead down the left flank.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Scholes. It's a really well-measured ball. Lewandowski, and he's onside.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to play him in. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone.
Oh, great header! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with the corner, there first. And now they can clear their lines. Rodri.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And the counter is on. He's found a way through. Vinicius Junior. In by Vinicius Junior. Baresi gets rid without sophistication. Vinicius Junior.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, at least that improves their tally when it comes to...
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And we come
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Batistuta! And that's off target.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And he's surging through. Picked out brilliantly. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Camavinga, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Rodri. Tries to pass it through. Decent chance! No mistake! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
It's not an especially good pass, that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite... Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's a good run, that. Great timing. Nicely weighted ball. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. James. Passes short and sharp. Son Heung-min. It's Son Heung-min! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Now it's Lewandowski. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Shevchenko. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And they've got a throw.
Substitutions taking place.
Pass somewhat off target. Camavinga did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Another chance from a corner.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Opts to play it back. Chance, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Torres looking to penetrate opposition lines. Rodri. Guardiola. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's worked it through. Good ball, good take. And he shoots! And it's come back out to him. Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Some heroic. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Madrid have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure.
Hello, attendees to this